we now have 2023 Formula 2 cars in F1 23. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are checking out the brand new content of this FIA Formula 2 Championship for 2023. We're going to just take it for one track, take it for a spin, see what it has for us. And I think we're going to maybe do the new track on the calendar today. Maybe we'll check out Las Vegas, or you know what? Sao Paulo. It's a great racing circuit. Let's head there instead. Here's all the cars, of course, and teams and whatnot. You got MP Motorsport, you got Dennis Hauger, and then you got Daruvala, of course, Teleport Chair. I think Matt212 is going to be doing a career mode with him. I'm not 100% sure, but I might actually be doing one. You got Zane Maloney, Enzo Fittipaldi here. When it comes to Carlin, ART Grand Prix, Mr. Teleport Chair himself set to win the Formula 2 World Championship, of course. And then you got Martins there with that BWT branding on their fire suit. Then you got Prima. You got Vesti, as well as Oliver Bierman, one of the big up-and-coming stars here. Actually, I think that's who's Matt's doing his career mode with. Then you got High Tech Grand Prix. You got Jack Crawford, as well as Hadjar. And then we move on to Dams. You got Ayumu Iwasa, as well as Charles Leclerc's younger brother, Arthur Leclerc. Then we move on to Vertuzzi, as well as we got Jake Doohan, as well as Cordial. Then we have PHM Racing. You got Roy Nissany, as well as Brad Benavides. I still think I say his last name wrong. But Trident over here with Stenek, as well as Novalak. Then we have Van, and we have as well Richard Verschure, as well as Correa. And then to end it all, I dig this Campos livery a lot, actually. But you got Maney as well as Boschung, as we're going to head into Brazil. Let's see what we can do. All right, we're racing as Oliver Bierman here for Sao Paulo 10-lap sprint. We're going to see what we can do. I'm going to be doing a career mode season on this series soon. Not quite sure who I'm going to race with for that, but nonetheless, we're ready to roll here from Brazil. It's lights out. We're racing Correa with a terrible start. I'm going to swing over to the right side, trying to get the power down there. Decent job now as we dive down towards turn one. I'm going to play it quite safe here, just kind of let things play out before I really get too aggressive and try to, make our way into the points. Bit of contact right there. We're okay. We continue on. Not what we wanted, but it works itself out. Up into 13th place there after a little bit of a wheel bang with Nissany. He's got to run down. I'm going to go defensive here towards turn number 4. Not quite sure the braking zone still when it comes to Formula 3, so I'm just kind of winging it as well as basing it off of what the AI around me are doing here. But it looks like we might be down a little bit when it comes to the top speed, but I'm not too concerned because hopefully we can make it up through the downforce heavy sections as we head to exactly that. Front brake bias, I'm going to go a little bit higher there, put it up to about 58%. That's what I really like to run in the F1 side of things of this game, and I think it's going to work well here in Formula 2 as well, as we get right up to the back of Boschung here, as you got Jake Doohan just in front of him there in P11 as well. But overall, first lap, nothing really special. Having to be really, really patient on the throttle input, of course. Formula 2 just so much less downforce than an F1 car. You just got to be really, really patient. And at the end of lap 1, Nissany's got to run. I'm going to go slightly defensive, nothing crazy there into the first corner, and we're going to hang on just fine. I really feel like the rear tires are trying to slip out from under me, under braking a little bit. It's like they're trying to lock up even with the bit higher brake bias. It's nothing I can't control, but it's definitely something I'm noticing, that the rear end's wanting to slide around quite a bit when we go down into some of these corners. But overall, it's not too bad. It's like I said, F2 is all about just kind of being patient, which I kind of enjoy. I prefer a style where patience is rewarded, so it kind of, I feel like it fits into my wheelhouse. But you can also get aggressive, like this move here up the inside. That was aggressive. We're gonna make it work. Force the issue. Thank you very much. Up into P12 goes Oliver Bierman here in Sao Paulo. And there's the Teleport Chair, fastest lap of the Grand Prix once we cross the stripe now. And for us, we are just slowly moving our way forward. DRS now enabled, so things start to spice up a little bit further. A little bit aggressive right there. That was rough. Not what I wanted to be doing, slipping and sliding around a little bit there. We're going to have DRS, but now, after that little slip and slider, we're going to be under some pressure here. I'm going to, once again, go slightly defensive. Not going to actually need to be, so we can focus back in on trying to run down Doohan and try to get the overtake done and hopefully get towards this top 10. How far forward can we get before this Grand Prix actually comes to an end, or the feature, I should say? But we are continuing to make some solid time here. Now, this is where I'm feeling really confident in this car, is like I said, the downforce heavy sections. The straight line, not 100% where it needs to be right now, but definitely enjoying it through Sector 2 and for the beginning of Sector 3. We can see if we can set Doohan up maybe here for the front straightaway overtake if we can stick with him, and that's not going to happen because, again, slipping and sliding all over the place. I'm for sure have to go defensive on Boshong this time. He's going to swing to the right side. He absolutely prevailing over myself right now, loving that I was having that issue with the oversteer. We're going to stay ahead for now, but he's again going to have DRS. Do I have DRS? I should from Doohan. But yeah, we're going to have to just be a little bit more calm, cool, collected, patient, you know, all of those things in one, and try to focus in on the downforce section to close this gap back up and get back into the mix. I'm going to outbrake everybody I can and just focus in, but a lot of mistakes early on. This car is, you know, not as hard to drive as an F1 car, but it's certainly easy to just make little calculated errors and, you know, put yourself in a really bad spot, and that's something I've been doing so far. But you got this big kind of train of cars in front of us that I'm hoping we can, of course, pounce on. It's just so far, we've got to be a little bit more patient with what we're doing because we're gaining a lot of time right now, but all it takes is that one slip up like we saw last lap out of this corner to really put yourself in an awkward position. I like what I'm seeing here as we start this second sector. We are closing right up on the back of Doohan now. We have found a little bit of that confidence, a little bit of that mojo, you could say. I'm going to try and size him up for a surprise move right here. We're going to go for it. Big lunge up the inside. A little bit of a kick out from the rear end. We'll get the job done. Up into P11 we go. And now we'll try to set up for a P10 overtake if possible now as we run a little bit wide there as we go down towards the final heavy braking zone on the circuit. Really like how this car drives, honestly. I like a lot of things about this F2 car. The sound of it is fantastic. Well done, Codemasters, of course, as usual, with the audio of these cars now. But the driving style, I don't know, I just kind of feel like it really fits well with me here as we go down towards turn number 1. We are already halfway through the feature race here in Brazil. What can we do with Oliver Bierman in our first attempt? Slipping and sliding again. I already know what's going to be happening here. It's going to be Doohan getting a run. You can have the outside, my friend. Don't be afraid to go around the long way. I'm just going to outbrake you into the corner defensive line, and there we go. We'll be able to hang on to P11, and now I think we can truly set our sights on P10 as long as Doohan doesn't make an aggressive move right here, which he's not going to be able to. So there we go, exactly what we needed right there. Let's go get that 10th position. Look just how much we're closing in when the straight line speed is not important. I mean, we just gained a massive amount of time right there, and we already know what we did on Doohan last lap is possible to do again. Let's go for it. We're going to get really aggressive here. Eventually, this is going to go wrong, making a move like this, but we're just in the perfect position to do it. Up into P10 we go, and now they battle behind us, even better, to save us hopefully for that front straightaway. One thing I always think about here in the F2 content in this game is I really wish that they would have, you know, the current season F2 content when the game launches, instead of, you know, halfway through just about the game cycle. That would be a lot better in my opinion, just because I'd like to be able to incorporate it in my F1 driver career mode a bit more, and I've always got ideas for it. I mean, now I can incorporate it to an extent, and I'm going to look at options to do that because it's a lot of fun to be able to incorporate lower series into motorsport career modes, I think, and you can kind of watch the driver development from the lower series and of course watch them move up and see who's fitting to move up, you could say. Now, not an overtake done on Hauger that time, but we're going to just try and follow him through. Still struggling at straight line speed. Even with the DRS, you can see just how much we struggle with our straight line pace right now, but we just, like I said, you know, we make up for it with what we're able to do with this car in the downforce sections, just specifically all of Sector 2 and the first little bit there of Sector 3, is we should be okay towards turn 4. Yes, we will, and we already know we're just going to be aggressive enough to outbrake anyways, so we stay P10. Let's try to get Hauger here. We already know what must be done here now. The run is too good. I don't get the exit I was looking for, but I have the aggression. I have the confidence in this section of racetrack. We've done that move now 3 times, and it's been successful 3 times, so that's been fantastic. We can now try to focus in on Vesti here, and as well, we're probably going to have to play a little bit of defense down towards turn number 1 on Hauger, who's going to have a nice run. He's about 4 to 5 tenths of a second back, so a relatively comfortable gap, but we know he's going to close up a lot right here. Look at the pace that he's got. I'm going to swing to the left side here. He's not going to be close enough to make a move. He's close, but not close enough. And we'll stay ahead into turn one. A bit of a lockup there on the fronts, but we're fine. With just 2 laps to go. What is the potential here? P8, P7 maybe? If we can get Vesti right here, we're going to have to make a big move on this one because I'm just not close enough. However, good exit. I'm not confident with how far back we are on this one. Arthur Leclerc, Ayumu Iwasa a little bit further up the grid. Then you, of course, have like a 4-car runaway at the front of the grid. They are all just gone. Said, see you later. Oh boy, I'm going for it. Up the inside right here of Vesti, our teammate. We get the job done. Not where I was expecting the opportunity to make the move, but it just kind of showed itself there, and I would like to go get P7 from Arthur Leclerc. We're going to have to play defense here into turn 1, I think. White flag is in the air for the leaders. I'm going to swing to the left side of the track. You can have the right side, Vesti, but we'll stay ahead. Hold on. He's actually going to try and outbrake me into this first turn. Not going to be successful there. Let's see if we can go get Leclerc. I think it's going to have to be, honestly, a move just like last lap. You know what? No, it's not, because I'm slipping and sliding all over the place here. And there goes Vesti through. Now we're going to have to swing to the left, play a defensive move. Hauger's going to go aggressive as well, so I'm not going to be able to go up his inside here into turn 4 like I was hoping to. We stay in the top 10, but the damage is done right there. We're down to 10th place after a bit of a mistake, a slip and slide there like we're at a water park. Let's see if we can set up Hauger right here. Yes, we will. Easy move coming up the inside. We're going to dive it in. Thank you very much for P9. Force his hand at it, and now let's see if we can try and set up Vesti one more time. I don't like it here. I don't like what it looks like now, but we're going to at least give it a shot. I'm going to dive it deep into the corner, slip and slide a little bit more. It's all going to be about this left-hander right here. Not going to happen. Vesti will stay ahead. It's not going to be enough. It was a good run. Our first time in Formula 2 with the 2023 content. I'm pretty happy with how it went overall. The car is fun to drive. It presents a very nice challenge. The winner, Zane Maloney, here for Carlin as we head down the front straightaway DRS Open. It's going to be P9. AI difficulty, really solid balance right there we had going, but we crossed the line. P9 here in Sao Paulo. Could have been better, but hey, it is what it is. That's our first look at F122 2023 content. Did I just say F122? F123, F2, 2023 content here as we do get driver of the day. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.